Live from Houston, Texas, the humidity capital of the world, it's time for Money for Lunch, where we feed your brain and your business with supersized portions of business and financial news. Now your host, Bert Martinez.
Hey! We're off to a great start. Talking with Devin, Herz. We're going to be talking about you and your business. How is direct mail beneficial to you? The number one thing you can do for your business is marketing. Devin Herz is an author, print, design, and marketing expert, also a best-selling author. Devin, welcome to Money for Lunch.
Bert, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All righty. Well, you know what? Let's jump into this. I love this topic. I'm excited to have you on the show. How is direct mail beneficial, and who should be using direct mail?
Well, definitely a great question there, and direct mail is kind of fallen off people's radar these days with everything going on with social media and email blasts and a lot of the different types of marketing that you can utilize. So right now, direct mail happens to be one of the hottest ways to get in front of your prospects, to stay in front of your current clients for retention, and of course, pulling in the clients that may have fallen off the radar for you. So, your competition probably is not using direct mail or direct marketing, so it's the perfect storm for you to jump on board and really come up with exciting new ways to get in front of your audience and reach out to them in creative, effective ways that we produce for you from start to finish. And, with emails these days, you're bombarded with so many messages. Even before you even get to the kitchen to make yourself a cup of coffee, it's kind of ridiculous. And with direct mail, you're guaranteed to get your message into that person's hand or into your target audience's hand, and it's our job to help get that message read. So that's really what we do.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what is this thing called variable data printing?
Okay, I'm sure most of your audience has seen that before, received mail with your first or last name on it, where it would say, Dear Bert, and then maybe have some other information about you or any kind of information they may have about you. But what we basically can do is we can take any information that a business owner has in their database, whether it's gender, whether it's first name, last name, company, maybe the last time they serviced their car, if it's an auto dealer, or last time they were in for an appointment if you're a doctor. So we can use that data within the database to actually tie in to your marketing and make each piece of mail personalized to whoever you're sending it to. So, you can really throw in a lot of great information that makes it personal and engages them. The two favorite words of every person is their first and last name. So we personalize it in a unique fashion. Of course, we can do the standard type fonts, but we actually have very, very neat cutting-edge technology that can take your name and information and put it actually into the graphics. So for instance, if you're doing some sort of beach giveaway or a travel type giveaway, you can actually have the person's name look like it's scratched out in the sand. Or if it's a scenery of Times Square, you can actually have their names in the lights of the actual buildings and the signage on the side. Or out in the clouds, you can have the person's name spelled in clouds. So it's really an extra little tidbit that you can throw into your marketing that does not cost a lot more to do and really helps get you, one-on-one with your prospect or your current clients that you're mailing to.
I love it. The number one thing is grabbing that person's attention. In fact, 80% of your email success, or in this case, your direct marketing success or your advertising success, is grabbing that person's attention. And some of the things that you just mentioned would really grab somebody's attention. They would probably hold that piece in their hand and maybe go as crazy as to open it because they're intrigued.
Absolutely. I mean, we have people that we do some calendars, we do personalized calendars, and even after the year is up, they actually take the pictures and rip out each picture and hang them up on their wall because they're so neat, whether it's looks like your name's on the back of a baseball jersey or on the side of a sports car or maybe on a yacht. So, to have that staying power with your mail is something else that we always work on and want, no matter what we send them, to, kind of create a buzz, create a conversation, whether it's showing to their family or it's something they put up on their wall because it's neat, or they show off to their friends. And some of the products that we have absolutely do the trick of that, and, real excited to talk to you about those.
All right, so let me ask you this, because I know that you've won some awards. Specifically, you guys won an Addy, an award, and Gold Ink Award. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so you won an Addy Award as well as a Gold Ink Award. Now, tell me about these awards. Are these based on a clever design? Are they based on an ROI? How did somebody go about winning one of these awards?
Most of that is taken on more of the creative standpoint and just the unique way that we set it up and kind of the design components that we put together to be different. I think they look for unique style and just the way we compose everything together. So the Addy Award we won for a beautiful catalog that we did for Exeter International, which is a big travel company, and it was about Russian travel and just absolutely breathtaking design. So not only looking at a beautiful catalog about travel, it actually becomes an art piece too in itself. So it's something, again, that will have that staying power and people will keep around just because of the beautiful imagery and the composition of the entire piece. So on that particular piece, that was primarily based around the design. On the Gold Ink piece, we actually won for a Dairy Queen postcard. That was utilizing personalization. It was, for Dairy Queen was doing a postcard out to their surrounding area. And the postcard itself had a perforation in it that had like a business card size pop-out, and we call that our pop-out postcard. And that little pop-out was personalized. So it was for, the Smith family, DQ discounts. And then we also included on that piece a personalized URL, which is called a PURL, and many of you may have heard of that. A personalized URL is a domain name where we actually take the person that we're sending to's first and last name and put that before the domain name and drive them to a web page which is fully trackable. So you can see warm leads that actually go to that page, and then of course if they fill out the little name and email and phone number information, then obviously you've got a very hot lead. So now you can take your offline marketing online, you can track it, and give them away, whether it be a free report, a free white paper, a discount, but it's a great way another way to engage people to get online and say, wow, they have a domain name with my first and last name in it. Once they get there, it would say, welcome Bert, how you doing, and any other information that's in your database, again, can be used on that page. So you can really personalize the page as well. So I think on the Gold Ink for that would be a combination of the creative design that we used, the fact that we did something unique with the punch-out business card, and then tying it into the personalized URL as well.
I love it. That's fantastic. All right, let's talk about 3D mail.
Okay.
What is it? How do you use it?
All right, this is the fun stuff. This is really where we love to excel, and with our clients and with the products that we create, we love to have fun and make it enjoyable experience. I know marketing can be such a burden on a lot of business owners. I market myself, so I know exactly how it is sometimes to spend. Do I have to spend the money to market? And if you're doing marketing right, and once you figure out that system, it's an amazing thing. So what we do is we develop a little lump in your mail to give your response rates a good jump. We basically find items that we feel pertain to the types of campaigns that we're developing. And instead of sending out an invitation, we may send out an invitation with a stress reliever toy inside. One of our biggest prospecting tools, and this day and age may not be that great for a lot of audiences, but you can get the point of how wild we can get. We send out in a big brown tube, we send out a die-cut wanted poster. So if it's someone trying to get more business from a client, your business is wanted by XYZ company, and we can personalize that. And then we actually threw a .50 caliber blank bullet in the actual mail tube as well. It's not a live bullet. We put a sticker on there with something saying like, give us a shot, or, hit the bullseye with our company, and put the domain name on there. And that particular product absolutely was a success for us, and a lot of people have utilized it. We're still doing it to this very day. We actually just did one for a chiropractor with a bullet in it. And it just, once they get that in the mail, there's no questions asked. They are going to know who you are. You may offend a couple people. We always say you're not doing marketing correctly if you don't offend a couple people. But, really what we're trying to do is just get that staying power. And even to this day, we did this campaign about 5 years ago to a select list of about a couple hundred companies, sent out the wanted poster with the bullet. And out of that, we closed about 12 new companies, new businesses that we've got in the door for our business. And till this day, we have a handful of those still on board with us. So it's very effective. I see people at conventions that have received the mailer, and they're like, you guys are the bullet people. I still have my bullet on my desk or on my shelf or whatnot. So things like that. Some of the other 3D mailers we do are, instead of mailing in an envelope, we mail in a bank bag. So if it's something,
I love the bank bag.
Yeah, so you can save them money. Bank bag's a good one. The pill bottle mailers are a great one. We have a handful of different products that we offer on a regular basis, or that we've created that are on our website. But we're always up for the challenge of coming up with full-blown campaigns from start to finish. So we'll actually design. We can handle the whole copywriting element of it as well. And we handle the print and the fulfillment. So we handle it from start to finish, basically simplifying the business owner's direct marketing process and making it really easy, as they have one source to deal with instead of dealing with a bunch of different people, a graphic designer, a print house, a mail house. So we really just try to simplify it for them. But using lumpy mail is a must. I mean, if you want to break through the clutter, get through the gatekeepers, lumpy mail, what we call 3D mail or bulky mail, is just an absolute must, and we really try to develop multi-touch campaigns, and we recommend front-loading. Even if you go to a dollar store yourself and buy some little widgets to throw in your invitations, or maybe in a letter that you're sending out, that type of stuff makes the difference, and it really gets open, and your response rates can really fire up the ladder there if you're using it correctly.
All right, well, now let me ask you this, because you threw something out there that I wasn't familiar with. What is front loading?
Okay. So obviously the hardest type of marketing to do is marketing to a cold list. You've got, again, all the people that are competing. You've got people that have been probably marketing to them for many years. So you're trying to combat that. So what we always recommend, if you're doing a multi-drop campaign, we totally deter people to just send out one postcard or one mailer and then give up. That is the wrong way to do direct mail. You really need to touch them at the very minimum at least 3 times to about 7 times for your best response rates. So what we do is we try to front load the campaign, and by that I mean we come up with something outrageous to send them initially.
Gotcha.
So coming up with something unique that immediately gets you known. So that is half the battle there, because if you just go into they get the postcard that's just a simple standard postcard, and it goes into their B pile of mail, which is going to go into the trash. That's not going to do you any good. It's wasting money. But if you come up with something in a tube, or as I mentioned, some of the lumpy products or some of the other products that we offer, and get that into their hands, they are going to immediately see your brand, start to recognize your brand, and really understand, okay, what is this all about here, and dig deeper into what you're actually trying to, the message you're trying to get across to them. So front-loading it with something that is outrageous and different, whether it's B2B mailings, and then you can always tail the mailing with a phone call to follow up, and as soon as you pick that phone up or they pick the phone up, they're going to know who you are because of the mailer that you sent, and that's really what our job is. And, initially we really recommend up front that you're going to want to introduce yourself, get them to know who you are, give them a lot of good education, really, give them information that's useful that they can use in their day-to-day life, whether it's in business, at home, and then, problem is people hit them up for the offer right away, and that's the wrong way to do it. You really want to become an authority figure, an expert in your industry, that trusted figure that they can turn to whenever they need your service. So, that's kind of the steps we take, educate, inform, introduce, and then you can come up with a nice, irresistible offer to try to get them to visit you or online or pick up the phone and call you.
I love it. Some of the stuff you're talking about, you can only do with direct mail. I mean, email's nice, don't get me wrong, but if you want to really grab somebody's attention, wow them, direct mail is the only way to go. There's probably no chance of somebody saying, hey, I still got your email that you sent me, because it's not memorable. But your bullet, your toy, your widget, that's memorable, and it keeps them keeps them, as you mentioned, top of mind. That
Absolutely.
top-of-mind awareness is worth millions of dollars if you do it correctly. Am I right?
That's 100% correct, yes. I mean, there's no way. I mean, you don't have a delete button with direct mail. It's going to get into someone's hand. Worst case scenario, they're still going to see your brand, and that brand recognition by itself is priceless at times. So, being able to do that with direct mail, it is the only way to do it. And, over basing it off of pay-per-click and Google and things like that, you really can put out some great campaigns compared to what you're doing, online for your advertising, and you can talk directly to the person you're sending to, so it really does open up many more doors than an email will.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. In the world of direct mail, what is, in your opinion, the most cutting-edge thing that DMC is doing right now?
So I've been in this business for about 20 years now, and from everything from promotions to printing aspect of it, we now have one of what I feel is one of the coolest items on the market for any kind of direct marketing needs, or for maybe a sales tool, or even for an info marketing type product. It is called the Video in Print product line, or our VIP product line. It basically is taking an LCD screen and embedding it within your print. So if you're familiar with the Hallmark cards that you open up and they play a song, this is similar to that, but to the next level. You have a hardbound.
Freaking have to see this. All right, wait.
It's ridiculous.
This is completely cutting edge. All right, so is this at your website, at yourdmc.com?
This is at our website. It's, yes, yourdmc, Y-O-U-R-D like dog, M like Mary, C like cat.com. And you can see the video in print or video books. You can see them there. And I have a couple videos up right now that you can take a look at. And, yeah, by far the coolest product that we've ever brought to market, that, as soon as you put that in someone's hand, they think they're opening a book, and all of a sudden there's a 4-inch screen inside that automatically starts to play your video message.
Okay, guys.
It gets better.
Okay, I want to have everybody go over to YOURDMC, yourdmc.com. Check out some of this stuff. It is insanely good. I love this whole video book thingy, video in print. I gotta see this. We're almost out of time, but I want to play around with this. But guys, check out yourdmc.com. He talks about his video. He talks about his personalized mailers, his 3D lumpy mail, and Devin, I have to tell you, this has been fun. It's been very educational. I'm a big believer in marketing and direct mail, but this is fun. Definitely to have you back to talk more about some of this. And maybe what would be fun to do is to bring on one of your success stories, and let's talk about the concept that you guys rolled out for them and go from there.
Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity. Anytime that you want to chat, love helping companies out, and if they ever want to brainstorm or have ideas that they want to throw at us, definitely give us a call or shoot us an email. We're always down to schedule a nice little design brainstorming session and come up with successful campaigns that can definitely get some new blood into the doors and new clients calling you, and keep those consistent mailers out there so you can keep your current client database where it is and stop them from going to the competition.
All righty. Hey, we'll have you back. We're out of time. Thank you, Devin Herz.
Right.